Shut up and sit down.
Needless to say, I had to throw those underwear.
We can't say twat more than 10 times.
Twat, 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 twat.
Go to hell.
And you get to be the dictator. You get to be a dictator. You get a dictator.
That
I know
fucking
you do, I know you
egg-sucking piece of shit.
No, or when you're interrupting, you bastard.
Wow.
We're gonna fight. We are gonna fight. I
It
mean,
was
if you
coming
think
to
shooting
theaters.
a cat is violence,
This is my last podcast with CriticalMass. What do you think, Dan? Do we have a good time?
No. Okay, folks, we are back from a 4-year hiatus. It's nice to hear from you.
It's been a long
It's been
4
a long
years.
time.
Thanks, everyone.
Welcome to Critical Mass.
Critical Mass.
This is episode 3196.3, and we are live from nowhere you need to fucking know.
Nowhere.
So, we are
live
here
from
with a
nowhere.
very special guest today.
Yeah.
And he is a walking venereal disease. He is known as Billy.
But before we get to our guest, vocab.
Yes, let's dive right in.
Dive right in.
Rockness, can you please define for me dry humping?
Dry humping. Yes, dry humping, of course. Dry humping is actually, it's a farming method.
Okay.
Where you get there's you have a field and you don't have proper irrigation set up.
Okay.
So you get the seeds for the plants and
Can I just say it sounds like you're making this up?
I mean I'm reading it right from the dictionary. I don't know
Okay.
what you're talking about.
Oh,
This
I
is a
didn't see the
Webster-
dictionary. Oh,
this is a
you're
Webster.
online. It's an online dictionary.
This is Webster Myriant.
Myriant.
Dot
I
gov.
think you need to check your
So
sources.
obviously there's
No, it's
this is-
like .ic.
this is a .ic.
Okay.
So this is obviously
So they take the seeds.
They plant the seeds. Yes, they plant the seeds using only the tip of their penis.
I see.
So they put the seed on the tip, and the wetness, the seed sticks. They fuck a hole in the earth, and
You had me
leave
until the
seed.
penis stuff. All right. Do you have a vocab for me?
I do.
You're fucked.
Fallopian tube.
Oh no, I know what that is.
Oh, okay.
And you're unaware.
I don't. I mean, I don't know. I saw the word.
Okay,
I thought
so
it was funny.
I'll break it down for you. Fallopian is actually a style of cheese in France, and and the cheese is actually it's ripened in caves.
Okay.
And what happens? It's actually really good. It pairs well with Bordeaux.
Oh, okay, a good Bordeaux. It's a fallopian.
Yeah, and so what a
I've had it
tube? What
before.
they do is they send these tubes into the cave to suck out the cheese from the cave walls.
They're sucking the fallopian
That's
cheese.
a fallopian tube.
That's a fallopian tube.
You're right. It sucks out. It's like a vacuum.
That's beautiful.
And it's
Well, now I know, and knowing is half the battle.
Right.
I believe the G.I. Joe said that. That's a quote. All right.
Okay.
So, very good. So, yeah, we have, as Dan said, we have a very special guest. Billy is here. Billy, how you doing?
How we doing, guys?
Good.
Cave cheese. You know, in the beginning of the show, just
a
like,
very
you know,
serious show.
We're
We
gonna
have
do
a
our thing.
fucking
Just kind of
professional show.
let us go through, you know, the whole thing. And we'll introduce you later. I could not fucking help it. Fucking cave cheese, bro. Fallopian tube. He's like, I actually used one last week. No shit. It's fucked. I think I got a
Haven't we
word for
all?
you guys though.
You got a word for us?
All right, I've been listening to your podcast a while. All right,
Yeah.
very honored to be on the show.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Okay,
Thank
very,
you.
very
We're honored to
honored.
have you.
I mean, the first couple episodes, the recording was like, can't skip. You know, and then episode 3 came out, and I was like, oh, they got it right. Perfect. And then there was a lot of Trump talk and political shit. I'm like, nah, I'm all set. But like now, the past, you know, I just drove like 20-something odd hours from Texas. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, this is the worst drive of my entire fucking life.
Wow,
We'll get
20
back-
hours. You probably
20
got through what one episode of ours?
No shit. I got through 5.
Wow.
I listened to 5 back to back, just so you guys know. But ever since I heard the first word of the day, I still, every time I bring it up to him, I'm just like, is it word of the day? Is it verb? What is it? I don't know.
Vocab.
Vocab.
Yeah.
Okay, vocab. I got a vocab for both of you
Sure,
guys. I would like for you guys to answer it independently,
Okay.
and then afterwards, I have to read the actual definition.
Okay.
It is
Okay.
All right.
fucking- okay. Dick soak.
Dick soak.
Dan, you go first.
Okay, dick soak is, from what I understand, and,
Yeah.
and I wasn't a Boy Scout, but I have friends that were.
Yes. What the
Was
fuck?
a
What are you start with that. We start with I wasn't a Boy Scout.
I wasn't.
No, you gotta
It was a
understand.
friend. It was a friend.
You
Not me.
understand? When you go camping in the wilderness, there's a lot of animals that can smell your crotch.
Okay.
You notice how you go to someone's house and the dog is smelling your crotch?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
it
how
happens to me all the time.
wilderness is. The animals like to smell you. So what you would do is you would soak, and I learned this because my friend was in the Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
He had to go to his Boy Scout leader's house a lot and wash his privates in what he called dick soap
Oh, okay.
to keep the animals away.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I can understand where you're coming from. However, I have a different definition that I had found.
Are you calling my friend a liar?
I'm calling your friend a victim of rape. That's what I'm calling your friend.
Dan, after the show, we can talk privately if that friend is really
Yeah, right.
But
Yeah, my friend.
right. Hey, takes one to know one. I mean, my Boy Scout later. That's a different show.
Roxanne's just air quoted friend.
Exactly. What I know of Dick Soak is what actually ex-Vice President Dick Cheney. He had a clawed bathtub in the White House.
Yes,
and he would take a soak in all the hopes and dreams of the people in the Middle East that he had killed.
Is that it?
I know. I was a stretch.
No,
it was a stretch.
It's not as funny. I'm not going to lie to you, but it actually may be the truth.
Could be the truth, but I'm still going to go with the rape. I'm going to go with the
Perfectly
rape.
fine.
You know what? I'm even going to go with the rape.
I
So much
honestly
funnier.
was having a moment where I was like, wait a minute, where does the vice president live?
Yeah. Does he live in the White House? I don't know.
I just thought of that.
Damn.
Yeah. Where does he live?
I've never cared enough to even fucking think about it, really.
We all know that the president lives in the White House. Or
I
at
just
least
thought,
this
like-
president lives there 1/3 of the time.
He's in the Brown House.
Yeah. There's a White House and then there's the Brown
Out,
He's
House.
in
there's
the
like
red
a carriage
shed.
house that he sleeps in.
It's what's his name, Pence. So he lives down at the local monastery. But what is Dick Soak? Can you tell us what Dick Soak really fucking means?
All right, please. All right, so there's a definition, and then they're so gracious enough to give us with a dialogue of how it'd be used.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
fantastic! I
This is
always loved it.
fucking gold.
Where is this from? Where are you reading this from?
Urban Dictionary.
Oh, of course, I love it.
All right. In the Mormon faith,
Oh,
that's all you gotta need to know.
it's already fine.
In the Mormon faith, couples who wish to engage in premarital activities but do not want to dishonor their faith use the dick soak method. The dick soak method occurs when the male's erect member is placed inside the female vagina and lays still. This is the soaking process.
Yes.
The dick soak is a spiritual experience. It allows both partners to connect with each other at a deep level without going all the way. For a dick soak to occur, the passionately paused penis
Yeah. How do you write that without laughing? How do you even write that? Without...
must not make a single movement in any direction. It must, in quotes, soak. Now, I'm going to skip a little bit more.
No, this is actually that's a real thing. It's
This is
actually
a real
called
thing.
Floating.
Now, this is a young Mormon couple.
Yeah.
I would love, you know what? We should pull this up. Can you pull this up on your phone?
Sure.
And then
Yeah.
we'll role play. We
Yes.
should do this. We should do this.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Let's go to the website.
Are you? Yeah, you two take it. I got to hear this.
Yeah, Urban Dictionary, dick soak, first thing that pops up. They don't even need AdWords for that shit. SEO.
I want you to be Gary, and I definitely want Dan to be Mary.
And the Mormon faith. Okay.
I don't want you
Okay,
to.
I've got it.
I don't want you to pitch your voice so it's a female talking that natural
My
male voice.
bravado.
If anything, a little deeper.
sure.
Yes. Please.
Here we go. I'm ready.
I'm so hot for you, babe.
No doubt, Gary.
Want to do it?
We can't. Our faith, remember?
Oh yeah. Well, why don't we dick soak?
What's dick soak? I'm sorry, I went female there.
It's when I put my penis inside you, keeping it still and just letting it soak, baby.
I love how they come up with like the pet names for each other. What the fuck? What? What? What?
Right. And I don't know if they wrote that because they write what with a question mark and exclamation point. I don't know. Is that saying just like, oh my God, like what? That's real? Like,
She's
yeah, I'm gonna dick soak?
It's what because it's
Or is it just like, wait a minute, what? Gary?
I want a
You're
dick
fucking
soak
sick.
later today. Later today, I'm gonna get a dick soak.
you pull tail like it's no one's fucking business.
That's true.
Do I?
Yes.
You guys there, like next to me when that supposedly happened?
I have been.
You have been.
I have been multiple times.
Yeah, I've heard of things. I've been in places where women turn around in booths and go, "Hey."
And then I approach them, and they're just like, "Nope, I fucking know you. You're a womanizing fucking." And that's it.
But to be a womanizer, you have had to have a lot of sex.
I was never a womanizer. That's the thing. I get looked at, and they're just like, "Know you. I know who you are.
Yeah, you're that guy.
You're fucking that guy." And really, man, I was raised by my mom. I'm a fucking mama's boy. Let's be real here. With hard ass fucking hands, and I just hard labor my entire life, but it doesn't mean I go around just like I don't got the skills like that. I really don't. I can't walk up to something and just be like, "You're mine for the night." Done. No, because everybody in Rochester,
you don't believe it, but you could.
Everybody in Rochester, every girl in Rochester, has gotten fucked over by so many men at a certain caliber.
Yeah.
So here I come after a generation or a decade of that fucking happening.
Yeah.
When I actually see, I'm like, oh, wow, I got confidence in myself now. I'm going to dress like this. Oh, my God. Drinking instead of smoking weed all the time, that actually gets you confidence. So I'm going to drink a beer like, oh, I got some balls now. So when I actually do that and I go up, cold shoulder.
Yeah.
Except in
But
Texas.
in fairness, just the way that our dicks lead us into shitty situations, I think if a woman's vagina gets moist and elongated because of you, it's going to lead them into shitty situations.
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe a woman's vagina that gets moist is like a spidey sense. Danger.
No,
no, it's not. No,
Well, how many women have you picked up at the bar?
thousands. But I'm saying, a woman that's turned on by someone of Billy's caliber is still gonna possibly make stupid decisions.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be with Billy. I'm just saying.
It would be
He's
30
making the
seconds
case
of
that it
bliss,
is.
I tell you that.
30 seconds of bliss. Well, I mean, but come on, you got to admit though, like I've been out with you before, and I've literally been approached by women. Who was that?
Okay. And they never came up to me.
Oh, his name is Billy.
Yeah.
He's really hot.
Do you remember that
How many
retirement?
times have a woman has ever? Hang on, no. Let me ask you: how many times have a woman ever walk up to you and ask about me? Like hi, is that the RocnessMonster?
Well, I mean, we got to use a pseudo name on here, so no one's ever come at you. But I have had, that's your boy, Rock right over there, right? That's the 8-piece.
Yeah.
We will most definitely touch base on today.
Yeah. Or we're gonna talk about my penis today.
8 1-inch penises hanging from his crotch.
I think I told you the other day too that I've actually upgraded you in your story.
Yes, you did.
I no
tell me
longer
that.
do 8. I'm just like, no, my dude's got a fucking 9-inch dick.
Well, there's no need to
I felt like the 8 wasn't enough anymore.
Well, the thing about it,
he does not mind us talking about it.
is
Oh shit, man.
really all that it's gotten me is no anal sex.
Okay,
They're
hospital
like,
bills.
I'll take
Yeah,
that
stitches.
there, but not there.
Yeah, and I always get it, or I get like get to that point, get the. I'm
That's not going inside
I'm
me.
pleasantly surprised.
I guess I'd rather have an 8-inch cock that I could only use inside of a vagina than a 1-inch cock I could put in any orifice ever.
Yeah, it's
right?
not that fun.
No sex?
I mean,
I heard.
No sex, it's not fun.
no, and it's not fun.
I
at
mean,
all.
what's up with the difference between all these guys say, yeah, I'm gonna put it in this, but I'm just like, listen, I'm a team player personally. If I've ever been involved with a girl, you got to bring that shit up. Just shove it in my ass. So fucking, all right, we're gonna do that. But I'm never gonna be in like, that hole where all the shit and poop and corn comes out. I'm gonna shove it in there instead of this nice, warm, tight, slippery. Oh my fucking god, it's beautiful.
Well, it might be like
That's
a dominance.
enough.
It might be a dominance thing though too. Like,
I'm gonna hurt her.
every hole in your body belongs to me.
I think it's
I'm
the
gonna
next
make sure you
step for a lot
fucking
of
know
people.
that.
So if I'm
just
like
get bored.
20% hard right now after you just said that, what does that make me? Is that like?
I don't know, but I like it.
20%? I've been in full tilt this whole time. You kidding me?
Have you ever heard of a
stand
buck
up.
20? A buck 20? You
Yeah.
know, like you're 100% erect. You're hard.
Yeah.
You're hard. Yeah. And then comes that really sensual, hot moment where you're just like, fuck, it's so hard it hurts. I call that a buck 20.
Okay.
Where
Those are the
you're
best.
you're
Where they're
like
just
in
like, oh
pain.
my god, it's bigger. And I'm just like, quick, get a kid.
I know.
No, it's like, what are we doing? No, this is time. It's time. Why do you need to take a picture? I see it all the time. I need it for
color
the
changes.
records.
The color
The
changes,
archives.
too.
The archives.
We all got an archive.
The dick archives.
Angles.
Of course, it's all about the angles.
Well, no, more about shadow play. I'm a photographer, I would know.
That's true. He is a photographer.
So,
But I got questions for you after the show.
yes, we can do a photo shoot.
about shadows.
What the hell were we even talking about?
We got off on a tangent on penises.
Yeah, you see how I totally controlled that? I'm just like, I want to stop talking about me banging a bunch of girls. And we're just going to go to Rocco's dick real quick.
Well, I guess the topic today was failure, but if we want to stay on the topic of Bill and failure in women, let's talk about the time we've all struck out hilariously at a bar.
Failure's a broad topic. We can go.
Well,
my God.
I figure we'll have some more fun now. We'll get in a few moments. We'll go into a break, and when we come back, we'll get into the meat of the topic. But I like this. Talk about the funniest time we struck out at the bar. Can you think of a time?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me
That's my
no,
fucking
no,
point.
but listen, there was some miserable ones, but I just I don't dwell on that shit.
So this was many years ago, and we were at the
Dan's got like
local
12 to
watering
choose
hole.
from. He's got one right in the barrel.
No, because I don't. Honestly, I've never really made much of an attempt to go up to a stranger at a bar.
Yeah.
Or in high school, or in college, or anywhere. I just don't talk to anyone ever. So I'm at the bar. I see this svelte-looking woman, and I
Svelte-looking
don't
woman.
know. I go up to see exactly. That's why
Like
I don't talk to anyone.
microfiber? That's I think a cloth. She's got drapes on her.
He's wearing a fucking terry cloth. Dan's like, I want to feel her dress.
Anyways,
Spray some Febreze wrinkle release on her or some shit.
I go up to her and I say, "Hey, you want to try some dick soak?" No.
Pleasantly
No, I'm just
plausible.
talking to her. She's standing alone at the bar, and I try and order her a drink. I think she accepts, and I'm talking, and she's not responding, like, whatsoever. She's annoyed. She's waiting for her friends to get there.
Yeah.
Clearly, her friends are taking way too long.
Yeah.
And my other friends are definitely there watching me, and it's not going well, and I hate the spotlight, and it just literally fizzles out into nothing, and I go back crushed, and I hate my life.
Your friends weren't helping, by the way.
No.
They fucked up too.
Yeah.
So it's not a funny story. It was just
No.
sad.
Mine's even worse. Mine's like the worst. It's embarrassing, but I'm going to tell you anyway because I want the world to know. I was going to UB at the time. No. Yes. No. Yes. I was going to UB at the time. And I was hanging out with like Lance and a bunch of people, and we were all going to go out to the club. This like club at Niagara, in the Niagara area, because Lance was going to Niagara at the time. And Lance was like, come out. We'll go to this club. I know you're not a club guy. I had just broken up with my longtime high school girlfriend. We were together for like 3 years. We were together for a long time.
Yeah, sad.
She's the only girlfriend I really actually had. Lost my V card to. Only girl I ever had sex with. I was the only guy she ever had sex with.
I never got a card, by the way.
Yeah, did she lose her capabilities of reproducing
after I was
after
done.
you've been with her for 3 years?
Destroy her fucking reproductive.
I don't know.
like
All
fucking
I
a
know
traffic
is
cone.
that we were. No, listen. She was a great girl. I don't know if she'll ever hear this, but she was definitely a great girl, and it's it happens. We broke up. That's the long and
Well,
short
we
of it.
talk a lot.
Now she has to
tells
adopt,
me that she
yeah.
listens.
Oh, that's good. So she's just not listened to this. That's for damn sure. I got nothing bad to say about her. But anyway, so we broke up, and I was in that weird phase of I'm 20, and like the last time I was single, I was 17, but now I'm in college. So Lance
It's
is
not
like,
a weird phase. That's an awesome phase.
well, that's the thing. I didn't know what was going on. That's gonna lead into what happened with this girl. Okay.
Big story, big story.
So I get to the club. This is failure.
A lot of
This is-
buildup.
This is
I like
failure to
build-up.
the nth degree. Okay.
By the way, in post, can you edit in the sound of a roller coaster going up the track? Click, 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 click.
I'm at a buck
exactly-
20 now.
That's
That's what happened. See, I'm buck 20.
So we're at the club, and we get there, and Lance this is back when he was in like his like dance music like phase, and like just dancing on chicks and stuff.
inquire about that.
Oh yeah, and he's dancing with like girls, and everyone's like dancing and shit. And this one girl comes up to me, and she wasn't like, oh my god, but she was attractive. She was an attractive young woman. Okay.
Rebound.
Yeah, sure.
That's what we're after. Right now.
And she picked me up off the. She was like, "Hey, do you wanna dance?" And I was like, "Oh, I've never been asked by a girl to dance before in my life. I was 20. It was my first time.
How much did Lance pay her
I don't know.
to ask you?
Well, I don't think he paid her anything because she had no idea what she was getting into.
But she saw the bulge.
I don't think she saw the bulge.
Bullshit.
So she pulls me onto the dance floor, and we start dancing, and I'm like, I'm dancing with a woman. that's all that's going on in my mind. Like, yeah, look at me go. I'm with it. She asked me.
I'll play.
All right.
If you can't do more post editing of techno music, just kind of overlay. I'll do it for you right here.
Okay, thank you. So we're dancing and we're having a good time. She grabs my face and just jams her tongue down my throat. Oof. So now I'm on the dance floor. So now I'm thinking, first time a chick's pulled me off to dance, right? She starts, you fucking guys. She starts jamming her tongue down my throat, and I'm like, this is going the best it could
This is going well.
This is exactly what I needed,
Going well, yeah.
Like confidence.
Buck 20.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah. So so then the night was winding down. She gave me her number. That was it. Mm-hmm. Well, what I didn't know are these things that I learned. First of all, the next day, don't call them immediately.
Yeah, it's
8:30 a.m.
Hey, I was just having coffee and I was thinking about you.
Don't attempt to.
Man, last night was great.
Don't then drive to their college to hang out with them.
Are you serious?
No, she invited me, but it was like awkward.
Now this drive, how
Like,
far?
It was less than an hour.
It wasn't the next day though.
It was the next day.
my
So
God.
all right, so less than an hour. So that's 5 minutes, 20 minutes,
Okay,
45
so like
minutes.
half an hour, we'll say. Let's say 30 minutes. 30,
probably
30
45.
minutes. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
It's fucked.
She's like, yeah, hi. And I didn't catch, I'm thinking, I've been in a relationship for so long. I'm thinking, well, we went out last night. We fooled around. She definitely wants to see me today. Like, why wouldn't she want
Yeah,
to?
it was dark in there.
Yeah, right.
It's daylight now.
So I get there, right? And she's like, we're having brunch. She's like so awkward. She's like, yeah. So yeah, how tell me about yourself and stuff. And it was just like really weird. And I started to feel unwelcome. So like I was like, you gotta go, like, dude. And then I started like doing that whole thing, like, you made this so weird, and then started beating myself up. I'm like, what are you doing? You just met this. Why are you even here? So then I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom really quick, and then I think I'm gonna get on the road, And I went to go to the bathroom, and like this is where I learned a very valuable lesson about this whole situation and making things awkward, which led to my anxiety of being, a creep. Was I came back from the bathroom and she was talking to her friend and they didn't know I could hear them. And she's like, I don't know. I just fucking met him at the club yesterday and he called me and wanted to hang out today. And it's just like really weird and I want him to leave. And I was just shattered. And
Then she just heard the toilet flush, and then she turns around and you're just standing there with a piece of toilet paper on your shoe.
No, I pretended like I didn't hear it. I walked over and I just said, hey, it was really nice to meet you. I'm really glad I got to meet you, and I'll see you later. I never talked to her again.
Yeah,
I bounced. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was like my worst experience.
Now let me ask you a question about that. Now,
Yes, please.
sounds like a pretty shitty situation.
That's failure written all over it.
He probably gave you a complex for years and years and years. You might still have it to this day.
Yeah, I do.
Right?
That's for sure.
Now that being said, do you regret that it happened at all? Do you wish that you could take back that moment?
Now, that's a great question. Now, not so much.
Why is that?
Because I learned from it. I learned that you're just like, if you meet a girl randomly and she gives you her number, give it a couple days. Let it dick soak.
The whole point is that you learn something.
Yes.
You
from
learned
it.
something, and it was relatively harmless. No one got super emotionally abused by it. Hopefully you can look at it from a healthy perspective and say,
Now,
yeah,
I went back
I
to
was
my
just
dorm
a dumb fuck.
and
Yeah,
did a lot of things.
Whatever you were doing back then. It
Whatever
could
you
have
were
been
doing.
dried up semen for all we know.
yeah.
No, I was. Yeah, no, but you're right. I learned, and it was relatively harmless.
Is that why you left UB?
No, I left for
Other reasons.
other reasons.
Including that.
I wasn't.
I mean, it could have been a bunch of shit together.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I haven't had any really good experiences. I've had this, that happened, that happened.
I thought I was gonna die.
Right.
Yeah.
So I
Right.
just was like, I need to go home.
Now, this whole failure topic, I brought this up, and this is a great example. And this is why I asked you, would you regret it or not? Everybody experiences failure one way or another, and the reality is that we have a choice how we feel about anything, literally anything. I mean, something bad happens, like right then and there. That moment, you weren't who you are today. Grown man, child, already been divorced. You've experienced life. You've experienced many, many failures.
Yeah.
Many
And learned through
failures.
them. Many failures. Every day you wake up, you look in the mirror, failure. But you know what? I welcome failures. Failure breeds success.
Yes.
Yeah.
As long as you see that silver lining. You
That's
know,
true,
like
you
going
have
back
to.
to that moment when you heard them talking about you, right? And you're just standing behind the wall, and there's an open. I picture a high school bathroom, and they're in front of the lockers.
Yeah.
That's what I picture. And he's just on the other side of the wall. He's just like, and he goes out and he's like, well, that gave you a fucking complex.
Oh yeah.
But if you were the man you are today, then, or if you were the man then today,
Yeah.
how the fuck have you to survived all this time if you never looked at it and just be like, wow, thank God that happened because that was part of what made me the man I am today.
Jesus, man.
Very. Yeah.
We really have to succumb to failures, and we really have to open ourselves up. That's why I say we have a choice how we feel about anything, because really we have no choice but to think that way if we want to continue growing and get past bullshit. I mean, Rob just died.
Yeah, he did.
Rob just died. That was on your last episode, and that was really tough for everybody.
Yeah.
And I feel selfish. It's looking at the family like I can't say shit.
Yeah.
I see the
What are you
family like
supposed
that.
to say?
But exactly, it's so hard. But during the service, where you guys weren't at, it's okay. You guys have fucking careers. I was sitting on the couch like fucking. Well, I guess I'm gonna go to Rob's service.
Yeah.
I'm fucking home. If I'm watching fucking Castlevania on Netflix, which is a great new series, by the way, if I'm watching that shit and everyone's burying my friend, I'm just like, wow, I'm not gonna live with that. No fucking way.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be there as much as I can for the family. But going through that, the pastor brought something up. It's about how you move on. It's about how you carry on. And by the end of it, I mentioned that the father, because I have such a father complex, watching his dad destroyed me. But by the end of it, motherfucker was smiling. And he was just like, like I said, you have a choice how you feel about everything, right?
Yeah.
Their son passed.
Yeah.
And the way they look at it is like, he's in a better place.
Yeah.
And that's what made them get through everything else. It's what made them all so strong. Now, if they're going to be like, be bitter about it, like, oh, we're never going to see him again. This happened, that happened, blah. Who's this guy? Like, how did he die? Who's responsible? Blame.
Yeah.
Is that a way to fucking go on about it? No.
Is that a way to celebrate someone's life?
No.
But it's celebrating life. That's how we choose to feel about it. We celebrate instead of,
Agreed.
it's a different type of mourning,
Definitely.
So that's why I say we got a choice, and that's how important it is that we choose the right direction so we can get through shit.
Definitely.
Yeah, and it's tough in that moment
Definitely.
to be that clear-headed about it. When you're experiencing failure, to say, okay, what's happening? How do I deal with it? How
Yes.
do I move on in a constructive way?
It's very hard.
It's very hard. So there's a mourning process that you go through, because whatever it is that you failed at is essentially dying in front of you or has died. And then you have to decide, well, how long am I going to sit here and be sad about it?
Yes.
Well, I had a trainer at my job, and he said something to me that really stuck. You messed up. You're allowed to beat yourself up for 30 seconds. If you beat yourself up for more than 30 seconds, all you're doing is wasting time. And then you
That
move
sounds like
on.
a long time, though. Can
He
you
told you
imagine
that?
like being
Yeah.
at work and just
I
being
didn't say
sad
that
for,
shit
like,
to you
30
last
seconds?
weekend.
No,
I
not,
say that shit all the time.
not
And
those words.
He is so right.
Yeah.
And that's what I've learned. Like Dan said, it's in the moment of,
It's hard.
Of failure. It's very hard to get that mindset. All you want to do is just fucking beat yourself, gloat,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that what takes it to the point to where you have to train yourself. You have to recognize the moment. Okay, well, the last time this happened to me, I gloated, however long it fucking happened. The fact would be is that I figured out a way to move past this, and I understand the value of moving past this and doing it this way. So now this current, whatever the failure, whatever the situation would be, it's like, all right, I say 5 minutes. I kick myself in the teeth for 5 minutes. All right, just soak it up, Bill. And it gets smaller and smaller and smaller because I'm training myself, and it gets easier each setback. I mean, now I welcome failure.
Yeah.
Like, please teach me.
You've come a long way, because I remember we used to play darts together, and every time you missed a dart shot, you would literally sit at the bar the rest of the night crying.
Yeah.
You
Butt
can't
dart.
just miss a shot with a dart and cry about it the rest of the night.
I couldn't.
It's like, who's on Billy's team? No one would say yes.
Fuck those. Fuck those.
And it was sad. So you've come a long way.
Well, let's get more into this. Let's get deeper into this. I'm actually just listen. I'm actually really looking forward to getting into this today.
Yeah, we're fisting the issue of failure, and right now we're only wrist deep.
We're
Oh,
only
so
wrist
fisting
deep.
is just the tip?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
For us.
We're
On
gonna
this
go
show.
elbow deep, folks.
Well, for any women that you come across there,
That's
fucking
right.
Rockness,
Just
Jesus
the
Christ,
tip.
that 9-piece.
Just the tip
Is the
happens to be
wrist.
the fist.
All right,
elbow.
we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks a lot. Critical Mass can now be found at the 8o'clockstop.com. That's the 8o'clockstop.com. We're there with the Hypothetically Speaking podcast as well as 3 Dicks Picks podcast. Check us out there. That's the 8o'clockstop.com because everything starts at 8 o'clock. And welcome back. Thanks everyone for listening to the words from our sponsors, which is just me talking about our sponsors over some music I got. That's
Well, let's not
royalty-free.
throw around the term sponsor.
I appreciate you taking the advice too on re-recording.
Did you like those?
shitty recording sponsors?
Do you like the new
spots?
ones?
Yeah, please. Yes.
Yeah.
Put a little music in the background. Did a little jig. You know?
Do you like that?
Yeah, I did.
You like the new commercials? I worked very hard on those. Thank you. Thank you to bensound.com for
Yeah,
the
no
further
shit.
royalty-free music.
I thought, I was like, where did he get that? Probably Ben Sound.
Yeah, I just went on the
You're welcome.
site. I perused. I said, this sounds like a good background for the 8o'clockstop.com. And then I did other. I said, this sounds good for eagleepoxy.us. But we're not.
Is your intent to make everything sound like shit?
Distorted is balls.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
balls distorted?
Okay, so
Yes.
let's get
Sexual
back
chocolate.
on track. Because
Yeah.
the topic is failure, and this podcast is failing.
Oh, my God.
Damn,
Because of you.
it's fucked up.
Nah, I'm
Because
just
of
kidding.
me.
He knows I'm kidding.
We're not failing. We're actually
we're-
doing a lot better.
We're harsh with each other.
We
All
are.
jokes aside, you guys have gotten really, really good.
Thank you. I
Just let
appreciate
you know.
that.
I can't, go to the store without people just telling me how great the podcast is. What about you?
How much money you guys made off the last episode?
Yeah.
Right,
Oh,
right? Yeah.
filthy rich.
Oh, my God. Yeah, we
We're
profited.
fucking in a goddamn wine cellar in your grandma's house.
Yeah, I know.
A very elegant wine cellar.
Listeners can't see what I'm seeing. I see 3,000 mason jars,
Empty.
fucking 5 huge ass 55-gallon wine jugs from the 1920s.
Lamp
That-
oil hanging from
Like
the
what is
ceiling.
this? What is this thing that's veiled next to me? I don't. Oh,
That's a grape, like a grape crushing machine.
oh my freaking!
It's kind
like
of
the
looks like an
1930s.
antique.
When I came
It
over,
is.
last week, I got to say, I'm just like, man, I'm like I'm more quarter Italian, but shit, man, after that conversation we had last week, I'm way more Italian than you are. He's just like, yeah, I got to get rid of all this stuff. I go, get rid of what stuff? It's like everything that you see in here. I go, in here or out there on the table with
No
the
shit.
with the Jesus and the Mary and the 2 dogs that aren't even looking at the painter. I'm just like, all these. I'm like, do you know how to jar sauce? And he looked at me. I go, don't answer that.
I know how to cook sauce.
So here's
my
what
own
we're gonna
recipe.
Listen. If you don't know how to jar some good Romas,
I never learned to jar, and I never learned to read.
I'm getting upset. You see me? I'm starting to get red.
You're getting
I'm starting to
visibly
sweat.
upset. Well, we're
I'm not
talking
good.
about failure, and apparently I've already done right out the
Failure.
gate. Right out of the gate.
Yeah.
So Bill, being our guest, where do you want to take? Failure is very broad.
Yeah.
I know you kind of touched on.
Very broad.
You need failure to motivate, to drive you. You need to look at that silver lining. You need to take a lesson from it. But in terms of this topic today, where do you want to start?
Well, just a note on that. I think failure is a necessity to just maximum growth. Maximum growth.
Yeah.
Okay.
First step of growth, personal growth, is humility. Let's
Okay.
be honest. Being honest with yourself, admitting to yourself, admitting defeat, cashing the chips, however you want to call it.
Yeah.
That's definitely the first step.
Getting that ego in check.
Getting that ego in check.
Yeah.
By God. I remember when mine was out of my ass and I had no idea. Walking around, ego. I don't have a fucking ego.
Yeah.
Me? Billy? Have an ego?
Yeah.
And it's fucking, that's it right there.
Yeah. That's
Until a buddy of mine down in Texas, he saved my life with words.
Okay.
Something happened to me. I went through, I had I had an opportunity. Now, all right, let me jump on nutshell. Life of Billy, all right?
Yeah, put the beer down and let's get serious.
I was born in an apartment high rise.
Yeah.
My father, we had nothing.
Yeah.
We had nothing. But through my dad's efforts And, he started from square one. Nobody can talk shit about my dad. What he's had, what he's given me and my family. Right?
Yeah.
He earned every fucking penny.
Yeah.
Every little thing. And his father was non-existent. His father left him and his 4 other siblings when he was 16. And everyone got a letter on the dresser. Never asked him what that letter said. But by the time he turned 18, he made sure he got a state trooper to file a restraining order against his mother from her. He was sleeping around. He owned a barber shop. This is my grandfather, my Grandpa Johnson. I never even met. Don't care. So my father never really had an example, to follow. So how he did or however he did it for me, the best father on the planet. I'm sure some of us can say that about our dads.
Yeah.
But start from square one. So I always felt, and he was big in the construction industry. Here in Rochester is a legend. Whenever I would walk out, I'd be walking somewhere, I'd get approached all the time by strangers.
Yeah.
Hey, you probably get this all the time, but are you Bill Johnson's kid? I swear to God, all the time.
Yeah.
And keep on going. Side note. Side note off of that.
Side note.
Once I got older and I've gone through all my struggles and my failures and growing into becoming a young man, that's happening to me now. I was like, hey, it's going up to my dad. Hey, aren't you Bill Johnson's dad?
No, wow.
And when I first got to hear that, that kind of struck home for me.
Yeah.
So my father being as big as he was, I had this big shadow. I had this big thing to live up to. I based my whole entire life on gaining the expectations and the appreciation for my father.
Yeah.
The acceptance.
That's pretty heavy right there.
Yeah.
Not knowing that, man, I just got to do what I love.
Right.
Whatever I do, however I do it, I'm gonna run a business. I'm gonna get into the asphalt industry. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You know? And it was through my recent failures that I actually learned. I'm just like, holy fuck, I have no idea how to enjoy life. Somebody asked me, like, what do you do to enjoy life? I'm like, what a question. I'm like, he goes, listen right now. You have no idea. Give me a hobby. You got a hobby? I'm like, well, I like cooking. I'm like, he goes, all right, everyone likes to eat. What do you do to enjoy life outside your home? What do you do?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Fisting. Fine. I like fisting.
did I say 2 fingers? Better make it 3.
Yeah.
And it made me realize because
Jesus Christ, dude.
I'm just like, fuck, dude, my ass.
Yeah.
It's like 9 inches. It's crazy, but
anyway,
college didn't work out for me when I hit 18. I tried to go to Florida and Orlando, full sail, real world education, did art and design. Maybe I should have went for recording arts. I really love music, but at the time I had no fucking idea. I'm just doing what I thought was right, and all I knew was I need my father to go, good job.
Yep.
I'm proud of you.
Wow.
And the first time he ever said that was when I was 21.
Oh, wow.
And the first time he ever gave me advice on women was when I was 21. 7 a.m. at the Paris Circle Bar in Las Vegas after 12 and a half hours at Spearmint Rhino. I mean, I have never hung out with my dad before in my life. He goes, I'm taking you to Vegas for your 21st.
Yeah.
Okay? And go, come on, let's go get some breakfast. Right? We'll go over there. And they're closed. Oh, well, we're not open for another hour. It's 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't start drinking until I was 21.
Yeah.
My dad goes to me, he's like, want to get a beer? In my head, I'm just fucking yeah. Yeah, let's go get a fucking beer. But but out loud, I'm like, yeah, sure.
Sure. Yes, sir.
Sure, yes.
Absolutely.
And that's why I sat down and I told him, about the kind of shit I've gotten into and expecting he's going to reach over the bar, grab a pick, and just stab me in the neck.
Right.
But, he was cool. He was laid back. And he goes, and I call my father Papa. I'm like, Papa, listen, let me ask you something. I've gone up to you plenty of times before and just be like, hey, there's this girl I'm talking to. You always go, just talk to your mother. And that right there, by him always deflecting me and having me go to my mom.
Yeah.
Interesting.
A nice guy that finished last.
Yeah.
So I learned to be a gentleman before I even knew that, I can do this.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, can you give me any advice? And he goes, just like this. He does that a lot. Listen, I'm just going to give you one thing. This is all you'll need. I go, nonchalant. I go, what the fuck is that? He goes, don't care. I go, you don't care? He goes, no, you don't care. I'm like, but I do. That's why I'm asking you. He goes, no, just don't act like you care. Because when you care too much, that's what gets on their case. Like you were talking about, you went up to the girl at the bar the one time, right? And you're just kind of hovering over. Like,
Trying too
I was thinking, I'm like, maybe you're trying too hard.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
I
kind of
should
hard.
not have put my hand up her dress. That was
But it's kind of hard for us not to, because we want somebody, we get excited, and it's fucked up that we have to be like this in order to just gain a girl's interest. I mean, that's based off of so many different things. I mean, it's like we try too hard, and when we're trying too hard, and I'm smiling like I talk too much, I'm just like, I start sweating. I'm doing all the,
then
this
you're
is
a loser.
me.
Yeah.
And that's me.
Yeah.
Right? This is me in true form. Oh, I gotta play this game now?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And the
fucking
game
hate that.
ensues.
Then now you're a player
Right.
because you play the game,
Right.
which we will get to later, because I always had a disclaimer to make sure that I'm not, to make myself feel better about everyone.
It's a big white T-shirt he wears. It's like, I am not a player.
But jumping back all that, my dad taught me that, and it was that moment that I started really chasing after business.
Yeah.
Really chasing after making my own, because when college didn't work out in Florida, I came back. My parents owned apartment complexes, and during the winter, my dad was like, "Come on, let me show you something." Opens the garage door. He's like, "That's your new truck." I go, "What?" He's like, "These are your LLC papers." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "And here's my 25-year list of clientele." He goes, "Rochester Asphalt Sealers. This is your backup plan." College probably wasn't going to work out, I figured. I'm like, "Damn."
Thanks, Dad.
But I mean, it's just like, he's like, "You're a worker, and here's your shot. Don't fuck it up." You know,
Damn.
and
Yeah.
I didn't fuck it up.
Goddamn.
Me and two other my best friends at the time, Eric Lucci and Ross Johnson, we knocked out $900,000 of work in 5.5 months. Now that's gross.
Yeah,
and it's
okay.
hard to talk to anybody about numbers, because they're just like, "Man, can you buy me a house?"
Yeah.
Where's my boat?
Oh, Bill's got the tab. It's just like, no, I was hoping you guys were going to be fucking
right?
here. Nobody understands.
After
As a business owner, you think that you're
$900,000.
walking around with billions of dollars. No.
Yeah. With overhead, I've got $5 at the bank account.
These pants are the nicest pants I own that I have on right now. Walmart, $19.99. Like buy two, get 8,000 for free. I made these myself.
I've seen you stitch up your pants.
It was just like, oh man, that's like
Yeah.
in. That's in. Oh yeah, the stitches. Where'd you get that? They're like 20 years old.
Yeah.
I made them.
Started falling down. But not to get too off topic, it's just like my whole story revolved around my father trying to gain acceptance.
Yeah.
And since then, since I was 19, my first business, sitting here now, I've had 7, and one is still open. And it's me and my father. We opened EcoSeal together, and at the end of that year, I'm just like, fuck this. No, I don't want to do this anymore. Fuck my life. And then I went to Sutherland, and then that's when me and you started hanging out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Right? And 10 weeks in, I got a call from another seal coating company. I was about to get evicted that day. I needed $100. I took the phone. I was just like, I did not take that job. I was so miserable. I'm answering the phone, just like, "Thank you for calling AT&T. This is Billy speaking. How may I direct your phone call?" And they clearly called sales.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just trying to put like an operator.
Yeah.
And the man's floor managers are walking around. They're just like, "Bill." They didn't even do anything. They clearly didn't give a fuck about the job. But I took a phone call on the floor, which is illegal.
Yeah, with your cell phone. And if you answer the phone, your cell phone,
Fuck.
terminable offense.
Oh, wow.
Fucked.
Yeah.
So
Like, oh, you're
I
fired
saw
now.
who was calling. It was one of my old employers.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Bill." I'm like, "Rob Stiles." He's like, "I need a guy." I'm like, "I need $100." He's like, "How soon can he be here?" And I literally got my shit, got up. I went up to, remember Rocky on the floor, bald head guy. He's really nice fucking guy.
Maybe.
Whatever. I went right to him, I'm like, "Hey, bro, my situation, just got the call."
Yeah.
He goes, "Hey, man, take my number. Good luck." And I went back to work. Now, I bring all this up because at that time, I did not value everything the way I do now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we don't. As we grow up, through our failures, as long as we learn,
Yeah.
we learn and understand new aspects of life.
Oh, absolutely, man. Abso-fucking-lutely. I know exactly what you mean. I mean, I think you were saying, you had ego. Ego was your big situation. Whereas
Oblivious. I was oblivious I even had it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what it did to the human soul.
Oh, absolutely.
Holy shit.
And I mean, I think for me, in terms of my multiple failures, many. I had it was just never taking responsibility. It was always someone else's fault. That was me.
The blame game.
The blame game. It was always
you
like,
should be blaming yourself in the fucking mirror.
exactly. Oh well, this happened. Oh well, you're not at UB.
Yeah, it's because you're just trying to justify what happened that you're not responsible for it at all.
Exactly. And then you kind of you grow up and you kind of look in the mirror, and just like you said, you look in the mirror and you're like, no, this is on me. this is something I did. This is my fault. And when I could finally start to like do that, I started to be able to like look at myself again in the mirror. I started to actually be able to say, okay, I can be a father, okay, I can do this, okay, I can do that. Whereas it was always like, I can't do that, and this is why I can't do that. Then somebody else's fault. It's somebody else's problem. It's not me. And that, I think that is a disease in itself. That you have to figure out, overcome, and I got divorced, and that was a mess. Was it all my fault? No. But do I take some responsibility?
As you should.
Absolutely. I did. Yeah. It wasn't all on her. It wasn't all like, oh my God, it's all her thing. It was me too. It was on both sides. And when I was able to say that, to look at myself and say, I was able to forgive myself
and move on.
And I wish others could do that. I'm gonna leave it at that.
That's the result right there, man.
Yeah.
Once we can be honest with ourselves and we're going through a moment like we were talking about before, dwelling on something, allowing yourself 30 seconds or 5 minutes and then moving on, right?
Exactly.
I had a mentor down in Texas, and he became a brother.
Yeah.
We decided to part ways in business because it was starting to jeopardize our friendship.
The Dalai Lama.
And it was
the Dalai Lama.
Yeah, he might as well have been. And he told me, he's like, listen, Billy, whenever a setback would happen, because I did not know how to control my emotions and feelings.
Yeah.
I was doing it completely backwards. On the job, it was so important to me. So important. All those years I told you guys about having businesses, doing all this, my father's acceptance.
Yeah.
The opportunity that I had down in Texas landed in my lap.
Yeah.
Never would it have ever happened if I wasn't in there at the right time, in the right place. So I saw that, I'm just like, fuck, I cannot fuck this up. So therefore, building pressure, right? The essence of failure, which I do not see it as I do now, because I had to seek out my whole perspective on failure as the way it is in order to not fucking jump off a cliff.
Yeah. Yes.
Because I'm just like, fuck, look, what am I doing right now? Look at there's got to be a way.
Yeah.
There's got to be a way. And our boy Lance, he's like, read this fucking book, fool.
that's
and
that's
it was a
Lance.
Ryan Holiday book.
Yeah.
So I started reading. I'm just like, oh my God, I became empowered and all this shit. But
I just picture Lance, if I may.
He's shaking his head right now.
In these types of situations, like like his house, it's like he's in like a monk robe. His head is just shaved, and you come in there, you're like, Lance, I'm looking for the essence of failure, and he's like,
inside you.
Wait one moment, and he just turns and almost floats to like all these bookshelves. Just read this.
He telekinetically pulls the book.
Yeah,
off the
just
shelf.
Touch this. Touch it.
read this book
Blow
and
on
come back. You will know.
Spit on it.
Spit on it. Always. What is it? If all else fails,
You spit.
spit.
Yeah, Jenna Jameson.
Yeah,
Great
exactly.
quote.
But anyway, so Lance tells you to read this book.
Well, Lance, I mean, that's, that was a part of me kind of figuring all this shit out. But the mentor I had down there, and he goes, listen, and that's who kind of taught me that you got 5 minutes. It's like, listen, all right, take this time, do what you got to do. But let's be about solutions.
Yeah.
Always about solutions, because the longer that we delve ourselves into that moment, it's like a dog licking his wound.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to keep on licking and licking. That shit's never going to fucking heal.
No.
Right? And soon it's going to become infected. Say it's on his paw. That bitch ain't walking. Now we got to amputee.
Yeah.
Now it's got a complex the rest was fucking like, I mean, dog, if it had a conscience like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if we allow it to heal and we move on through humility and acceptance, that is when we can fucking let it wound.
Yeah.
Let it heal.
And this metaphor is Rockness the dog.
How can we turn this into something sick? That's what CriticalMass is all
In
about.
any metaphor, Rockness is the dog.
Okay.
The Rockness
on all
Dogster.
fours, yeah, because, yeah, let's...
By the way, thanks for dressing up.
You're welcome.
So, failure.
Green Bay colors. Yeah, Dan, failure. What do you got? What do you got in the chamber, Dan?
Wow. Economic failures, personal relationship failures. Where do I start?
Tell us a story.
Tell
us a story.
I'll tell you a story, kids. When you were telling me, or us, I should say, Bill's still here.
He's for now. Yeah, he's getting bored though.
About your little
Drinking beer.
run-in with the girl you met at the club.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
College. It reminded me of this girl that I knew, and we'll call her Schminzy.
Schminzy.
Perfect.
Oh boy.
The Schmins.
Please proceed.
Sounds like a Seinfeld episode.
I was part of this.
No. You had nothing to do with it. This is a different Schminsme.
Oh, it's a different Schminsme.
Yeah.
Schmegma.
Schmegma.
She went to a local state college just south of here. We were good friends. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we were both recently single and ready to mingle.
I'm confused, but okay, go ahead.
And she was like, "Hey, there's this show that you and I both like that an artist is playing here. You should come to my school, hang out with me for the day, and go to the show with me."
So this is not everything that I clearly remember.
Correct.
Okay.
I told you it's
Perfect.
different Schminsme.
So Schminsme. Yeah,
The
you're right.
Schmins.
Schmins.
Yeah,
The Schmins.
I like this.
So I'm like, this is great. Like, how awesome. Get to hang out with this chick all day and then go see a concert, you know?
Maybe
Yeah.
get a blowy.
So I'm like, let's do this.
That's what they sound.
I show up way too early. Right?
She's getting schmins by like 12 dudes.
Right.
The
She's like,
schminzer.
You got Schmins all
I
over.
don't even know what time. It might have been like noon. Right?
What time are we
I-
supposed to be there?
I don't know because I thought she made
Just
it
come
clear
over,
that she
yeah.
wanted me to like hang out with her all day, like go get some lunch, do whatever. You know, in my head it was like, you know, fuckfest all day. It was not going to happen, right?
Yeah, but that was the
In
expectation.
my head. But
The implication.
So I get there, and she opens the door and she's like, "Oh, you know that?
Fuck.
Oh,
He's already here.
yeah."
God damn it. Let me just.
You could see the plans in her head of that day crumbling down. Just.
Like, yeah.
He's here already, and you know, this a town that rhymes with Geneseo, south of here. So it wasn't like I was just gonna go home and then come back within the same day. So she knew she had to entertain me now.
And then you feel like that burden.
Yes, totally.
Like,
So she's like, "All right, I'm just gonna be getting ready."
For 5 hours.
So
The shower's running, the window's open, she's down the street. She's just sprinting, feet are bleeding. Fuck this. Fuck.
So she's like,
here's the TV.
yes, she said that.
That's what she said.
She's like, "Here's the TV. Here's
Why
a
don't you
bunch
just
of,
have a seat?
here's a bunch of
Just
movies.
sit right there.
Here's a bunch of movies." I'm like, "All right, what about
Movies.
Bob?" She's got "What about Bob?" Let's
Oh,
put
what
that
about
in.
Bob?
And then all your anxiety is just like, oh man, I love
Yeah, I
this
don't
movie.
give a fuck.
This is
right
great.
now,
Hey,
right?
what about Bob? Hey, what about Bob? What about Dan? At the end of the movie, what about Dan?
What about that?
So I'm watching "What About Bob," right?
By yourself.
Yes.
Does this make you feel better about yourself, Rod?
Makes me feel a lot better about
Fuck.
myself.
I don't know if this is the right story to tell.
I know.
So she's got like 2 other roommates that live with her, and they're upstairs getting ready.
Oh my god.
And I'm trying to give them their privacy because I don't know, I might walk up and see like a lesbian pillow fight going on. Who
The
knows,
hopes and dreams
right?
of girl dormitories.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what
sure.
happens. So I'm like just chilling out, and I think one of them said something to her like, "Why are you keeping him down there away from us? You don't. He doesn't have to be antisocial. You can invite him up here. We're not naked." You know?
Yeah.
And so she's like, "You can," awkwardly like, "You can come up here." Like she showed me where the TV and movies were. I don't know. So I go up there. I'm trying to shoot the shit with them. Like, she's talking to me about how recently they just set up this giant slip and slide out. You remember college?
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking like,
Lube fest.
fuck, dude, it's just fucking hot ass chicks and fucking ripped dudes
but if-
doing slip and slides together.
If
and
I
I'm-
may interject too, you are very social, but you also have a very specific sense of humor.
Yeah.
Which is like
Right.
dependent upon the crowd. There can be a crowd where it's like you're social and everyone is just like, oh my god, Dan is great. I can't wait for Dan to get here. Then you got that group that's like, remember when you and Jay dressed up as the white trash guys with the shorts up to here for
Yes.
the 4th of July?
Yeah.
You said you were Vietnam veterans. They had wigs on, fake wigs and mustaches. And some guy came to the party and like didn't get it. And was like, who the fuck are these fuck? Because they would walk up to people and be like,
Lieutenant Dan.
America. They're like, you know the Pledge of Allegiance? They would tell that to random people. Let's do it. They would force people to do the Pledge of Allegiance like right then and there. And Jay, if you didn't know it, he's like, if you don't know it, he had a beer koozie he found with the Pledge of Allegiance. He's like, it's right here. And some guy didn't get it and like almost started a fight with them.
Yeah.
Like because of that. It was just ridiculous.
well, I think that grows out of social anxiety for me
But anyway.
because I hate normal social situations. And
Yeah.
here I am in a bedroom with 3 other girls that don't know me.
Yeah,
I
but
know
what's
one of them.
but what's normal? That's what I was talking about before. Like you were in your light, right? America, just do it. That's the Dan,
Right.
Right. But now, since we go into we have to cater to everybody. It's like, well, this is how society's made us. But really,
Yeah.
like they're being fake as fuck.
Right.
You know,
I agree.
That shit is so aggravating because we got beautiful guys like you guys. I mean, it's like, yo, your souls are beautiful. Your souls are beautiful.
Thank you.
Especially, I mean, we got to really emphasize that on Rock over there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at that. Nice. I
don't
can't
know.
see. He just pulled it out, but
Yep.
I don't know where the nipples begin and where they end.
I didn't even see the nipples. Do you have nipples? Can you show me one just so I know? Where is it? It's really pink.
Thank you.
Some
I mean,
sort of nips.
It's
the
a very
perfectly
good
symmetrical-
presenting
Look,
job
look,
you've
look.
done.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's a little hard. They're always hard. What the fuck?
Hard to rock.
Sometimes they're a little embarrassing.
I
Let's
love
not
it.
talk about
I love it. But anyway, continue your story.
So-
so we had to stop for nipples. We took a nipple detour.
nipple break.
But
A nipple
so
tour.
they're telling me the story about how they're doing normal things with normal people that are beautiful, and I'm just feeling like an ugly loser who would never do that because I hate normal social situations.
Right. I just pickled jalapenos last week.
Like I was such a loser, I feel like I can't contribute anything to this conversation. So I'm like, all right, let's go. So we end up going. Then we leave the house. She's all set to go. We leave the house, go to the liquor store. Right. This is after she's given me a tour of the entire campus because she's like stretching at this point. She's like, and this is the soccer field. Okay, let's
This
go
is
back."
the
You're like,
locker
"Fuck,
room.
I
This
get it.
is the-
Okay. Yes, thank you for the tour.
This is a broom closet.
You know, so we end up going to one of her other friends' houses, and they have like a picnic, and I'm literally the third wheel.
Perfect.
I'm just sitting there going, "Why the fuck did I show up?"
How many people are there?
I felt like 3, her friend, and me.
That's the picnic.
Yeah. Well, it's not. It wasn't an official. Hey, let's have a picnic. She went to her friend's house. She's like, "Hey, do you want something to eat?" She's like, "Yeah, okay. Hey, let's bring some food outside." They laid a blanket down. They were sitting down in a backyard on a blanket, drinking some wine and eating food. And I'm sitting there like,
Fucking gay.
Why don't you
Right?
try and have a threesome? I don't
oh,
know.
come on, man.
so.
It's not gonna happen.
No, it's
Clearly,
not.
like
It's
I'm
not.
just I've overstayed my welcome. I'm there way before I should have been. She's trying desperately to. She's like, "Here, go play with this." And I'll do this. We go to the show.
You like her
She's-
fucking kid? Go play with that.
We go to the
That tree
show.
over there.
There's literally thousands of people there that she knows, and she's talking to everybody, and I'm just standing there alone in a concert. You ever gone to a concert alone?
No, I have friends.
Yes,
Oh, you have?
all the time.
Really?
But a show where you're like, "Yeah, I like this band, but it would have been better if I was here with somebody."
See, I mean, I'm gonna answer honestly. It's like I love interacting. I love meeting people.
Yeah, I hate everybody.
I literally go out. If I've gone out, my friends do anything. Sometimes I don't even ask. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll just go. I'm gonna meet somebody interesting.
right, right,
You know,
right.
and like since I've started doing that since I was 21, really, that's when I started to really try to focus on that, try to train it.
Yeah.
I go out and I always have a blast by myself, always. So whenever we've all hung out, so when I got people that I love around me,
Yeah.
I mean, I think
now
we all
you're
have a
just-
good time whenever
You're
we all
just
hang out,
soaring
right?
high. Yeah,
Dude, it's just like, man, I got
Makes
this
sense.
because I was out in the mountains training under the waterfalls. You know, just like meeting random fucking people. But when I'm with people that I know love me and I know I love them, and they're just as quirky and fucked up in the head as I am,
Yeah.
we have a great fucking time.
Well, welcome to Critical Mass.
yeah.
You're in the right place.
So there's more to this awesome story.
Oh
so
my God.
The show ends.
Oh, this failure.
The show ends, and we all go back to the house, and then we go out to this bar
Yeah.
downtown.
Yeah.
Downtown, the center of the village.
Yeah.
And the girls are into the dancing type of thing. And
Where
I
they-
don't know anybody.
Where they move their body
their
to
pelvis
music.
back and forth. Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't do that at all.
No,
right?
you actually have a rare bone disease where you can't even move your
Right.
pelvis.
Thought it was AIDS.
I'm at this bar that I don't know, surrounded by complete strangers,
Yeah.
and the girls are off dancing.
Yeah.
And what do? I go over and I hang out by the pool table with no one to play pool with because all these other guys are playing pool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just standing there with a stick in my hand like I'm ready to play. But I
Hey, but that's a good move.
you know
It's
what
just
I
like if
mean?
you don't drink, just
Like,
a
I
beer
know,
and
I
just pour
had
it
a
out
drink
little
in
bit
my
so you
hand.
look social. Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
got a drink in my hand, but I don't dance, so I'm just over by the pool table with the fucking non-dancing losers.
Okay.
And they're all having a good time because they know each other, and I'm literally a fish out of water.
Yeah.
And the night comes to an end, and I just walk over to her. I'm like, hey, I'm going to go. I don't know what I'm doing here, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So she's like, I'll walk you back to your car. It's like 3 blocks. I'm like, no, you don't have to do that. She's like, no, I want to.
Awesome.
So we have some alone time to walk back to the house.
Yeah.
And I'm just telling her, like, yeah, I'm sorry. You know, I don't dance and all this stuff. She's like, it's cool, it's cool. So I give her some money for the show because she paid for the ticket ahead of time. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna split. I leave. I get in my car. It's so awkward. I get in my car and I leave. Apparently, her street is a one-way street. I didn't know that. I never went to college there. I've never been to the village there. I don't know the fucking rules. It's dark. It's fucking dark out. I come out of apparently a one-way street going the wrong way.
Was this the Aveo or the Jeep?
The Jeep.
The Jeep? Okay.
And I come out of the street going the wrong way. Woo! Yep. Get pulled over in the center of the fucking town by a cop. And he's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm like, I don't know. What do you mean? What am I doing?
I have no idea.
What am I doing? Do you see all the cars parked a certain way, son?
Yeah, right.
He goes, well, let me see your license. He goes, are you a student? I go, yeah, but not here. I don't go to school here. I'm just visiting. I don't know. He's like, that was a one-way street. I go, oh, I'm sorry. I had no idea. Didn't give a fuck. Here's your $200 ticket, whatever the fuck it is. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
It's probably a $50 ticket with a $150 surcharge. Or
Were
something
you
like
drunk?
that. No.
Perfect.
I was a good kid who had a shitty day. I just wanted to go home. I made a fucking
care.
traffic violation.
And it ended with.
They don't care.
He's like,
That was just a bitter dude, probably the same type of guy that you were when he was your age.
Maybe.
But he never gained that value of life.
Right.
He never fucking got it.
He never moved on.
No, he just stayed fucking bitter the rest of his life.
Yeah.
So now he's a bitter human being.
So I failed
Sounds
with that
like it.
person.
Most
I failed
cops.
at every
Not all of
social
them.
interaction I had that night, and then I failed as a driver.
Yeah.
I failed that entire
Day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every single thing I tried to do was a failure.
Yeah.
That whole day.
Now, where's the silver lining in all this?
Yes. That's.
Well,
Because
later
it
on,
still sounds like...
later on, Schminsme and I, we did get together in a relationship. It took a few years later.
Yeah,
and then
but-
it completely
years.
fell apart. It burned apart terribly.
It
And-
burned a part of you. A part
Yes.
of you. Literally a part of him died.
And now,
with
years
that.
later,
I'm not
I
even kidding.
can look back at that and say, as much as I wanted to be with that person, it never would have worked.
Okay.
Because, like, our gears were not in sync.
All right.
Like, we're from 2 different timelines, like 2 different parallel universes where we wanted to be together, but we couldn't actually make it work.
Well,
It sounds like... Go ahead, Rock.
I was just gonna say I have a memory of this, if I may.
Okay.
Is that we lived together during this. Not,
There was a second period,
Not
yeah,
during that story, but when they actually finally got together, and
Yeah.
everyone knew their little secret romance. Everyone was rooting for them. They were
Right.
like, it was like a thing, you know.
Let's
like,
make this happen, even
like,
though...
yeah, like one of those like '90s movies where it's like they belong together and this and that. And then the first time you like had her over our place when we
Yeah.
lived at 105.
Oh, my God, so sad.
And then the next morning, we all knew Dan had finally, you know, and he just comes down, robe on.
Yeah, he's up
Hands in
6
the
a.m.
pockets.
Coffee's made. Does anybody
Yeah.
want pancakes? Right? Just like, Dan, what are you doing? It's the whole fucking... No, I
We're
just
just
gotta
like
go to the
this.
market, slaughter a pig. and s-
I shit you
Stop
not, we're
the
like
bat.
this.
Slow clap. Yeah.
Yes.
And he was just like,
Yeah.
So when she came down,
he might as well have had a pipe.
What?
He might as well have had a fucking pipe, too.
Cob
like,
pipe?
Yeah, right?
fucking Corey, he just made it that morning.
He just whittled
I'm
it.
trying to find like a good metaphor for it. It's like when you really, 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 really try at something to make it work, even though it doesn't seem to want to work, and
And
you
it
finally
does.
get it to work once, you think, hey, see, hey, it works. It's fine. It's good.
Yeah. You get a little duct tape, you're looking at all
Yeah.
the pipes, and
See,
there's
it's
still
perfectly
smoke
fine.
and shit coming out of them. You're like,
And
oh,
then
it's fine.
it just falls apart because it was never meant to be. It was that's
Now-
failure.
Now, I really want to delve into everything you just fucking said. I got a lot for you right now. Okay, now when I
right.
asked you, you know, how do you look at it all, right? And you're just like, well, I understand that it would never worked out. We have different gears. You're saying,
Right.
right? That to me sounds more or less like you were trying to see the silver lining in the relationship. Now let's get a little bit more deeper. Let's talk about what do you see? Did you learn anything about yourself, about
sure.
women, about her, about anything else that could have stemmed off that?
Well, I think I was dealing with some issues during, and then later on learned what not to do with some of those things, like jealousy.
So you carry, yes, see, that's what I'm looking for,
You know what I
man.
mean?
Those are the important things right there that we have to take from these failures.
Right. So I definitely grew as a person because of that. And there were a lot of issues there. But at the same time, she did end up with somebody that I was worried. Like she was talking to
Oh,
somebody.
the friend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a fucking friend?
Yeah.
It's always the guy friend. I hate that shit so much.
He's just a guy friend.
He's just a guy friend. No, he's
No,
not. He wants to
he's
fuck
not.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know. Oh, so you're just, it's not jealousy, because I have a dick.
Yeah, exactly.
Please listen, woman. Now, if they start deflecting that, because this is one thing I learned from my last one. When I chose to leave my ex-girlfriend in the midst of business, I mean, I don't want to get crazy into it, but, you know, I made a bad choice in the back of my head, sure.
She was pre-surgery. Is what you're saying.
You know, I took on something, the business. I took on that opportunity I mentioned before. And honestly, I went down there. I'll be honest with you guys, 'cause I love you guys. I went down there thinking I was a fucking man. But I realized through all that, I was a fucking boy.
Yeah.
I didn't know shit. Not as much as I know now.
I know what you mean. I've definitely
forever
been
a
there.
student.
Yep.
Forever a student.
Forever.
The moment that you think that, oh, you know, that's whatever. No. You got to go in thinking that you can fail. You will fail. Because then you will expect. But I was going through a really, really hard time with the business. I shoved a lot of blame on her for me not being able to focus doing all this. You know, and I left that. But in the midst of our relationship, whenever you'd meet a guy through her,
Yeah.
that's when they, you know what I mean? Oh, well, Billy's not around. Wait till you meet Billy. There was a lot of those.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pansies out there.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of really good people, too.
Yeah.
You know, just mix it. I don't want to start talking shit about people. I don't do that, but I definitely do.
No.
But not on microphone.
But,
know what you
but,
mean.
but listen,
Yeah.
right when we broke up, you know, fucking few weeks down the road, boom. There's
it is.
one.
Yeah.
One bit the dust.
Yeah.
All right. And then a month later, a few months, I think it was like 6 months after that. Oh, the one guy that was always fucking around. That one.
Uh-huh.
Well.
What do you know?
So I had some words with him.
Yep.
You know, they went well. But I kept it civil, man, because at that time I was going through my whole personal growth, enlightenment, we'll call it. You
Right,
know, I mean, I'm not talking myself. I'm not sitting here. You guys know me, man. I'm not sitting here being just like, oh, me. No,
Yeah,
That's the ego that
Right.
wants to be like that.
Yeah.
But no, I'm going to be real about that shit. And then later down the road, there was the one fucking guy, and I want to say his goddamn name so loud, but he got shit on.
Gary, you know who you are.
Gary, you're on notice.
I want to say it, but I'd always said, like, after, I'm just like, I knew it.
Yeah.
I fucking knew it.
Yeah.
It's the only reation why you got involved, you fucking little snake.
Yeah, exactly.
But listen to me now.
Yeah.
Listen to how I am right now, right? I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Get all pissed over it?
Yeah.
No. No, I'm all set on that.
Yeah.
I'm fucking all set.
All set.
So once I found out that, you know, she didn't really screw. I mean, she's a very ambitious girl. All she wanted to do was just enjoy life.
Yeah.
And we're at two different parts of life, like you were saying, two different gears.
Yeah.
All right. So who am I to blame? Right. I've talked a lot of shit, you know, to close friends to the point to where, you know, that's all you ever hear about any one of my ex-girlfriends. I think, have you ever realized that that's what we do? You know, we go to our friends to vent.
Of course.
So whenever we go to our friends, be like, oh, you know, today we had a great day. It's like, yeah, but what about all they ever hear about is bad shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever realize that? You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what I did with all my ex-girlfriends. I fucking hate myself for that because every time I go back and I'm just like, hey, man, you know, I was just thinking about that. You know, I was in the wrong for, you know, no, Billy. Remember? I'm like, oh, man, I did tell him that, but I was pissed at the time.
Yeah.
You know, but when I found out this fucker got what he was looking for, and dude, this is like, I'm not gonna bash somebody how they look or act, but this dude is a goofy motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I just seen him relishing in it, but sweating at the same goddamn times, because if he ever saw me turn the corner, the kid was shit fucking bricks.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to see him again. But there it is. There's the ego again.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, fuck, man, I can't. Wow. Oh my God, I'm an egomaniac.
Yeah.
That was during my little discovery right there. I'm like, I am a fucking egotistical prick. So how does this affect my business? How does this affect my success?
Well, it affects
how does
everything.
it affect me?
Yeah.
You know, and then that's when, Lance suggested Ego is the Enemy.
Yeah.
Ryan Rand Holiday book. I read that shit. Now after I read it, wow, gave me a lot of fucking insight. I still don't think I have a lot of work to do, but educating yourself on other people's perspective, on things really opens your shit up. And you're just like, you look at yourself in the mirror. A good friend of mine, sophomore, junior year, she's taking Psych 101, Kaylin Dalton. She was one of the first friends to really change my life and tell me something. She goes to me, because I think I was judging others. Something was going on. And she turns to me, she stops, because I would park in her dad's driveway. We'd walk in. She's one of my best friends. Yeah. She's doing phenomenal right now. That girl's a hell of a person.
Good.
And she stops me in my tracks. And she goes, Billy, I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to say it to you because I love you. I'm like, what's up? She goes, often when you judge others, you're judging yourself self-consciously. You're judging yourself. That's projecting.
Yeah.
So that was the first moment I learned about projecting, not even knowing projecting, but just that little term that she gave me. And then every single time I was going to go, hey, look at that fucking... Oh, that person? Oh, that's fucking... Holy shit. I am exactly that.
Yeah.
But that's when I started my path of personal growth.
If you find yourself in front of a judge in a court, you cannot say, sir, you're projecting.
Definitely not.
I sentence you to 30 years in prison for the blah, blah, blah of blah, blah,
Unless
blah.
it's like a
That's projection,
child
sir.
molestation, fucking, and it's just like, well, you are the scum of the earth. Oh, fuck. That's right. I did rape that one kid.
Yeah. All right. Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a short break. When we come back, we're gonna wrap up failure. Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
we're gonna wrap up failure. We're gonna get into our fuck yous, and we're gonna call it a day.
Okay.
So please stay tuned after these messages. If you're looking for a refinishing, a sealing, and a protection for your cement services, especially your garage, check out Eagle Epoxy at eagleepoxy.us. They can also be found on Facebook at Eagle Epoxy, or their phone number for a free quote, 585-402-4971. Tell them the RocnessMonster sent you for a free quote. Check them out.
Okay, folks. Thanks for sticking around.
Thank you.
All right, let's just get right into the last section of our show today. And we'll start out with some listener emails.
Listener emails. These are my favorite because our listeners suck.
I enjoy these, especially the email addresses that they have. These retards have. Can I say that word?
You could say.
So I'll just do one email, and we'll get right back into rounding off our failures.
Yeah.
And this one is from Frankenbeans 4567439 at netscape.com.
Netscape.
I haven't heard that in a while.
These guys have got to get updated emails. Have they never heard of Gmail?
Seriously.
Hey, well.
I shouldn't make fun of them. Big fan, guys. Just wanted to let you know that your podcast is best enjoyed playing in the background while I cook dinner in the nude. Ooh. What's for dinner? A skinned prepubescent rabbit cooked in a broth of human hair. Okay. That's fucked up.
Excellent.
That's one of our listeners.
That's gross.
Clevies.
Whoever you are, right?
Why did I read that? I should have double checked before I read that.
Could you just have the secretary do that next time? Because
I will.
I
will do that.
beans.
I apologize to the listeners and Frankenbeans. That's disgusting.
Yes, that was gross. Thank you though for sharing that, Dan. That was an excellent email. I appreciate it so much. I'm gonna kill myself after the show today.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I'm about to get married. You got a kid.
I know, right? So Bill, Dan, me, all of us. How? Okay, so let me put it this way. Bill, you coming on talking about failure today. We shared a lot of excellent stories of our failures.
Yeah.
But how it shaped us, and I guess. If you could have someone listening to the show today, if you could have kind of a roundabout, what do you want them to take away? What do you want people that listen today about failure? What should they take away? Someone that's having a tough time, someone that's seeing like failure after failure after failure after failure. You know what I mean? Who start a podcast that's a failure. You know, what is the takeaway today, Bill?
In a nutshell, the night is always darkest before the dawn.
Batman, I love it.
Fuck yeah. It's not who you are underneath, but it's what you do that defines you. And that is so fucking true. Yeah. So I mean, let's just jump back to what we were talking about before. The big thing is that Dan brought it up. I brought it up. You brought it up. You had a mentor that told you. I had a mentor that told me. Dan said it on his own. You know, we can't dwell on the shit that happens to us because failure is inevitable. It will happen.
Yeah.
The hardest thing that you just went through, guess what? It's probably going to happen again, and even worse. So if we have those expectations, and you don't carry them around just like, oh, you know, my life, this. No. It's being prepared, being realistic.
Yeah.
Sure.
So be realistic with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Have zero expectations of anything but yourself. If you do that, I promise you, you will rarely be disappointed. And through disappointment is what slows us down in our path of progression, personal growth, success, all that. Whatever we want in our life, you have to keep moving forward because that is the only direction to go up. It really is. If I can sum it up, there you fucking go.
Have you thought about a career in motivational speaking?
Yeah.
Fuck no, because honestly, you know, I've had a few friends that be like, oh man, you know, thanks for your post or this and that. I'm just like, I'm reading what other people. I'm educating myself from other people's motivational speaking through
Yeah.
other books. You know,
Well, if not motivational speaking, how about a cult? We'll
Yeah,
help you with that.
you'd be a charismatic. You'd be a great cult leader.
You would.
I would fucking join that cult.
He's got the laugh down.
Right? Exactly.
drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I think to piggyback on what you were saying, Billy, I agree. It's about growing, and that's failure brings growth, and you have to have the right frame of mind to understand what that silver lining is.
Perspective.
You know, because if you're not seeing what you're doing wrong, then you're never going to get better.
You know, at the same time, though, a lot of us do see it, but we lack the courage of what it takes to
You're right.
really apply it.
Yeah.
You know, it's
tackle
like
that.
what you were talking about before when you were hanging out with the girls. It's like, you know, you knew what was going on.
Right.
You knew it wasn't good for you.
Yeah.
You know.
But I fucking stared.
But
the
you're just
car
like,
right in the
I don't
face
know
as
what's
it was
going
running me
on
over.
out
Yeah.
loud. I don't know what's going on. But in the back of your head, you're like, Dan, you fucking loser. You
Yeah.
fucking know.
The entire day.
You know what I mean? And that's how we are in the back of our heads. How many times have you done it? I've been doing it all my life. I still do it.
Yeah.
It's like, Billy, you know you're not doing the right thing right now.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
out
You
loud, I'm
shouldn't
just
be
like, I'm
here.
justifying with my
Yeah.
actions. No,
Yep.
that's not the way to do it.
Yep. I deserve this. I think that's a big thing. You know what I mean? Like, no.
Ego.
This person needs to give me this because this is what I earned. They need no.
Ego.
No.
Like when the electric company can't turn your power back on, but you demand that they do because you want to watch Rick and Morty.
Oh,
Yes.
there's a way to con that.
Yeah.
I've been living on bare nothing the past 2 years, chasing my dreams here, guys. I've lived out of my truck for 2 months. I slept in a sleeping bag under a bridge for 4 days.
Wow.
I've done all sorts of stuff just to chase my dream. But what was the value on that?
Yeah.
Every second, every setback I had, I was like, holy shit, it took a big part of me. Now, if I would have stuck it out and done it, I guarantee you guys, you can look at me dead straight in the eye. I guarantee you I would have made it. I would have done it. I would have gotten what I was after. But who was going to be left once I made it? What was going to be left of me?
What would be the cost? Is what you're saying?
Exactly.
The cost. And I always think of people's currency. People have a currency. For some people, straight up money. That's their currency. But some
Asians, very cheap. Very cheap are Asians.
Very,
Because there's so
very
many.
attractive.
But what I'm saying is some people's currency is time. You know, that's what they value the most. That's how you pay them is their time. Some people's currency is family. Some people's currency is friends.
Remember before I brought up being content? That's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Some
What
people
is-
are
what
able to
makes
just
them
be
content?
content.
Yeah.
What makes me happy? You know, they understand the value of life.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody's
German porn.
shit, hey, that's actually some. Can I say this? Really good gangbang porn. I'm just gonna say the
right.
Germans. They do it.
They
Great.
know how to. They make cars.
Vista,
they play
ice and
soccer,
ice and
and
ice.
they do gangbang
Ice and
porn.
ice, ice and ice. I don't fucking know.
I mean, give respect where it's due.
Exactly.
I know a few. Schweinehund is dog face. Ashlach is asshole. Schatzi, sweetheart.
Oh.
Yeah. My grandma used to.
Not a romantic
Schatzi,
language.
Schatzi.
Yeah, such a romantic. So romantic that language. But anyway.
I really enjoyed our topic today.
Good.
I
Good.
think
We love having you, definitely. But we're not done yet.
No.
The reason we hopefully you didn't fast forward to this point just to get to the fuck yous because it's everybody's favorite part. I guess Dan, you said you had one lock, stock, and barrel.
Yeah. How do I phrase this? fuck you to the person or persons that continue to text entire conversations. To me, a text message should be a quick
Notifier.
yes. It's a notification. Hey, this and this. Got it? Good. Not. How do you feel about this? I want to talk about this. This is happening. This is awesome. This is and also not. It also could have happened in one text. Like you could have written out the entire fucking thing that you had to say.
You could have written out the. He's just so aimed at me right now.
Instead of
Indirect.
30 different 2-sentence texts.
Now you're exaggerating.
He's saying this to you, not. He's not even looking at me.
Yeah, I know. He
You
said
know?
this right directly
Fuck.
to me. I feel scared.
This is
I'm like,
fucked.
I've got
I can
30
leave.
pounds of
why does he have an
mail.
erection?
I've got 30 pounds of mail over my shoulder. I've got 10 in my hand and 10 in my arm. I'm walking up and down lawns. It's 90 degrees. I'm sweating my balls off. I've already walked 10 miles and I've got to go another 2. Mm-hmm. And you're texting me every 4 fucking seconds.
5 seconds.
Sorry, I didn't mean to exaggerate.
You were exaggerating. So why don't you put it on vibrate? Does your phone have a vibrate
Did you
feature?
notice how at the beginning he goes, fuck you? He's just like, now this is, pretty much to everybody. Now it's just like, and you have to text me.
But there are people out there besides you that do it, and fuck you to them too.
Oh, yeah?
Just to cover a little, just to not make it so bad.
Yeah, just to not
Fuck
like...
them too, but Rockness, I'm going to tell you what. Fuck
Just
yourself.
give me a fucking call. Just talk to me over the phone. We could have the conversation be done in seconds.
Bluetooth.
Right.
Would you, if you would commit to getting a Bluetooth?
Well, I had put it on speakerphone, and I walk around the phones in my pocket. Boom.
This is a desperate friend. A desperate friend of yours reaching out to you in this type of way. Will you abide by his request?
I'll abide. Just because I love you. Just because I love you.
Yeah.
You're my favorite co-host.
Bar is
Favorite
very
one
low.
ever.
My favorite co-host.
Probably be the last one I'll ever have.
Yeah, right.
Oh, it's 9:30. Dan's not here yet. Where the fuck is he? Oh, so I make a post. Oh, it's the Dan and Billy show. No balls required.
Well, the RocnessMonster is no longer on Critical Mass. We think he might be dead. We don't know.
Yeah, it's the critical D.
No one look for him.
Critical D.
Okay. So you had a fuck you?
Yeah, I do have a fuck you.
Okay.
Okay. And my fuck you is
It
to...
better not be genital warts again.
Not again, no.
No. Couldn't be.
But it is to the... God, I fucking lost it. I literally forgot what I was going to say. Can we... I'm sorry. Can we come back? Billy, do you
want me to
have-
jump on mine?
Can you jump on yours?
Alright.
We'll come back to mine.
Damn.
Wow.
The host of the show. The guest has
Crashing.
it. Feel the
Yeah, I
Johnson.
forgot.
Please,
See it?
in
Feel the
post,
Johnson.
do
Here
a,
it
do a
is.
soundbite of a car crashing off a cliff.
Oh, I will. I will. Thank you so much.
That was awful. That was so
Loser.
bad.
I know. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate
My fuck
that.
you.
Yes.
All right, now, as you know, I've been in Texas for 3 years.
Yes.
Okay. I've been home for 12, 13, 14, I don't know, 2 weeks. All right.
A fortnight.
Is that a fortnight?
Yeah.
2 weeks
weeks?
is a fortnight. Yeah.
Word.
14 nights.
14 nights.
Yeah.
So, I've gained about 20 pounds since I've been home.
Jesus.
What?
Now, wow, Bill, you must have been.
It's all
yeah.
water weight, dude. Don't worry.
Water. I've been drinking nothing but Coca-Cola. Some reason we have great Coke up here. A cola.
A cola. I just want to be clear.
All right. So I don't want to say fuck you to Texas. I don't want to do that because there's a lot of good things happening. There's a lot of good people. But there's no good fucking food. The food in Texas. Yo, the bread. Oh my God, the fucking bread. Let me tell you something. There's a place called Jimmy's, right? My buddy's just like, hey, one of my best friends down there, he's fucking 100% Sicilian, whatever the fuck. He's like, me, Billy, I fucking found it. The Messiah. We're going there today.
Yeah.
Let's go. We walk in. You just smell the New York. You smell the Italy. Everything is written in Italian. And we're just like, yo,
That's how you know it's good.
yes. Right? Yes. Fucking think, where the fuck is Jimmy?
Yeah.
Where is he? Thank
Where
you.
is Jimmy? I wanna
Thank
kiss
you.
him.
Yeah.
So we go back there. We look at the deli meats. Like, oh, it's a little unorganized. But it's like, wow, that's quality meat. That's quality meat. Yeah, let's do a yeah, you want to do a son? Let's split it? No, I'm going to have my own. It's all right, word. Yeah. So we do it up, right? I don't see them. I don't see the bread. He hands it to me. It took like 20,000 years to get a fucking sub made, but I got it.
Yeah.
Right, and we sit down, and I unravel it. Now, as I'm unraveling it, you know, it's hard when they roll it up. It's like hard because they roll it up tight, right? So as you unroll it, you expect the bread to fluff out and for it to get soft.
And
It's still hard. So I get down to the side flaps, right? The side flaps of paper, and I open it and fully open it up, and you just see flakes of bread everywhere.
No.
I'm just like, all right, perspective, Bill. Perspective, right? Failure. This is failure right here. But let's have perspective.
Yeah.
Take a bite. Wow. Dude, tooth. I'm just like dying. I'm dying. I fucking take the bread, throw it on the ground, and I just eat the meat. We do that about 3 times. That's how good the meat is. We're like, Jesus, we got to do, Bill. We got to
You go back there 2 other times?
That's how good the meat was.
Wow.
Jesus.
The bread was awful. We're like, he goes, Bill, we need to do something about this. Like, should we talk to the owner? Like, what's up with the fucking bread? Right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I got this. I get up. I'm pissed.
Yeah.
He just called my mother a cunt. Like, I'm pissed. I mean, it's an
might as
Italian,
well have.
an Italian fucking from Rochester, New York. She's like, this is a great place. If you had fucking better bread, goddamn.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I'm going, hey, is the owner here? He's like, yeah, I'm the owner. I'm like, you're Jimmy? He's like, oh, no, it's just called Jimmy's. I'm like, all right. It's like, so, I'm not going to go right flat out. Your bread fucking sucks.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just like, so how long you been? Yeah, I'm from New York. You know, I've been out here 15 years. I'm like, you know, okay. So we're looking at each other, me and my boy, and we're like, man, so, ooh, just kind of,
Yeah.
what's up with the bread? And he's like, what do you mean? And we look at each other. We're just
like he doesn't know.
we're like, what do you mean? What do we mean?
Yeah.
What's up with the bread? And he's like, it's just, our bread's fine. I'm like, all right, so I'm not going to insult this guy any further. I go, so if I bring in my own loaf of bread, would you guys make the sub on that? Oh, people do that all the time. So fuck you, Jimmy's. Fuck you, Jimmy's
all the
in
time.
Dallas, Texas,
Oh my
for not
God.
stepping up and getting some goddamn bread.
Oh my
And that's
God.
where my
The bread
20
makes
pounds
the
came
sandwich.
from. Yo, I got 2 loaves of bread in the freezer right now.
Yeah.
Sliced potato bread. Wegmans. I'm like, yo, dude.
The bread really does make the sandwich. You said Jimmy's because there's a sub shop that's a national chain, and it rhymes with Mimi Mom's.
Yes. Yeah.
And they have great stuff, but again, I go in there and there's only 2 choices of bread. Now the bread wasn't hard or stale or anything, but
Theirs is chewy.
I didn't think it was very good bread.
Yeah.
And that's really what it comes down to with a sandwich. It's got to have the good bread.
It's got an even consistency across
There
all
could be
ingredients.
hog cock in the middle of it. If it's good bread, I'm eating it.
Yeah. And
Hog
especially if it's hog cock.
Yeah.
You know, we know Dan.
I haven't had that in a while.
So I got my fuck you.
Thank God.
You remember it?
Yeah, I
You got it?
I got it.
I figured
now.
I saw the
Get
look
it
on your
out
face. I
before
had to
you
drag
forget
on
it
the
again.
story.
Yeah,
So he's got it? He's got it?
I got it. I got it. Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate that. My fuck you is it's to myself actually for an act that I can't do and it causes stomach problems. Something I'm unable to do. Something you guys will go, oh my God, I never really noticed that before. Yesterday I went to the brewery and drank a whole bunch of beer. If I drink a whole bunch of beer, I get gaseous. I get gaseous. Okay. Now the two of you
Decimus Meridius.
gaseous decimus meridius.
Committed
Father
another Roman army, loyal to the true Emperor
wife.
Marcus Aurelius. Father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance. And this life is the next.
It's fucking yeah.
Dude, don't you start with quotes now.
And then he ends
We
with a
gotta end
fart.
the show. We have to end the show. We're gonna
So
start.
okay, so I can fart with the best of them, but sometimes a fart is not required. Sometimes you need to burp. I've never burped before. I've never learned to burp. I don't know how to burp. When have I ever burped? You've lived with me. Think about when I've ever burped.
I'm trying to
I
think
don't
too.
know. I've seen you eat an entire sleeve of Oreos and a gallon of milk,
And fart shit.
but I don't think I've ever heard you burp.
I
Yeah.
can't think of a salad. No, I have
Never
no
burped
idea.
It's got to be a
Gag.
medical condition.
Yeah,
You gag all the time.
And that's like,
I'm like, what the fuck is
and
this
I'm
kid
wondering
doing?
if that's like me trying to get I don't know how to burp. I don't know how to. I've never done it.
It just happens naturally.
Yeah, that's people keep saying. It just
But
happens naturally.
he gags like not naturally. He gags. He coughs when he coughs. He goes. He's like, oh, here it comes. Like, what the fuck are you doing? It's
And that'll happen
disgusting.
like after meals. That'll happen, and I don't I don't know how to burp. So fuck my insides. Fuck whoever was supposed to teach me how to burp. Whoever was supposed to give me that foundation in life.
Well,
I don't
be
have
your
it.
mom. She would probably put you over her shoulder.
Here lies
and
Rockness. Never learned to burp.
I never. Yeah,
Pat
exactly.
your back until you spit up.
My mom. I don't think my mom knows how to burp.
Bullshit. Get her on the phone.
I don't know. I don't know if she does or not. She probably does. I think she's burped before. I don't
This is
know.
the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
But it's true. Think
Yeah.
about it.
I can't think of it. Dan, you lived with them. I mean,
How do you?
Ask anyone. They will say the same
Okay,
thing.
but I've never seen you tie your shoes. It doesn't mean you can't do it.
Yeah, you've seen my shoes tied.
Who knows?
Ooh.
Maybe someone did it for you.
But I'm just saying it. I know.
You
Okay.
just slide your feet in your shoes.
I know how to tie my shoes. Okay.
Do you?
I do. That's not the point. The point. So you're refuting the. I'm telling you, I've never.
No,
burped
I know,
before.
I'm just kidding.
Wait a
No,
minute.
that's.
what if we got a
weird,
can
though.
of soda? What if we got a can of soda and made him slam it?
Yeah.
There's no way you can't burp after that. Or a
Oh,
beer.
yeah. Fucking
No
do it.
way.
I've slammed beers before.
All right, I say we do this
There's not
right
enough
now.
carbonation.
I don't have any soda.
You got a beer in there.
It's too early for a beer.
No, it's not.
But
It's never too early.
I'm
I
not,
just had 2.
I know. Well, I know you did.
Asshole.
But you were also.
So wait, you're telling
having
me
a
a
good
story.
time.
I
Are
just
you
came from the
saying
casino. What do you want?
You're at the brewery. You chug beer all day. Did you burp?
No, I couldn't, and I was like trying to. And my stomach was killing me, and I'm just like, this is just one of those things that I continue to go. I'm like pushing my stomach. I'm like,
Is that why
in
you
my
have
mouth.
such a distended belly? Because I thought you were pregnant. Maybe that's just air in there trying to get out.
It might be. I have people have
Sure.
like an 8-pack and a 6-pack. I have a keg.
Oh, they're tumors. You're dying.
Yeah, that's a lot of tumors.
It's just all these
40
tumors in my
back.
stomach. Yeah. No, my dad's built this way. My grandfather was built this way before he passed. It's just like a weird thing. I go to the gym. Really, moral of the story. I gotta go back to the gym. That's the moral of
Everybody
the
gets
story.
fat. It's-
I'd focus
Everybody
on
gets
how pink those nipples are. I mean, I can't. They're so pink, they're white. And you're so. I couldn't see them. I really couldn't see them. I'm fucking 10 feet away
I
from
have
them.
invisible nipple syndrome. It's a rare disease.
You got a lot wrong with you, but not being able to burp. See a doctor, man.
A lot wrong with you, but what we've learned today about failure
Yeah.
is that as long as you have the right perspective, you're good with those pink nips. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Thank you. I
You're
appreciate
good with
that.
not being able to burp. Still fucking weird though, Dan. Still,
Sorry, dude.
you know, but that needs to be a test.
Yeah.
I called you out in the show. We can do it next time. We'll do it in
next
between.
time. We'll do it. Yes, and
All
we'll
right, but-
report on it. Yes, we
Well,
can.
you'll
do
be
that.
gonna
going to a barbecue later. There's going to be
You know what?
soda.
We're gonna do it at the barbecue later.
Fucked. You're fucked.
Okay, no, that's fine. I
gonna
commit
burp.
to it.
I just burped right there.
Okay, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that.
can
That's a
just-
mystery to
I can
me.
just do it.
That's a mystery.
I was a little kid once, you know.
Yeah, no, I can. I'll tell you, I can rip a fart like no one else. I'll
Do you know how to air suck?
air suck?
This
don't
is news to you.
I don't know what that means.
I suck. There's something
Put air in your butt. Yeah,
Oh.
air
Oh.
sucking.
Oh, with my butthole, yeah, to create a fart.
You can do it.
I can. Hang on.
No.
Nah.
The position that you have to be in, that I have to be in, is a little embarrassing.
It's
You
like
can do it.
downward dog.
Yeah, you gotta be
Hard downward dog.
ass in the air and get the you know.
Yeah,
it
and you
helps
just kind
too.
of just spread it a little bit.
You
and
get a
goes-
fan, someone with a fan, with the fart, with the air going into your ass. It's like that.
Right.
God damn it! We ought to have a professional show here. Can we grow up?
No, absolutely not. Whoa. So okay, so we derailed. But today I love this show today.
Yeah.
Great episode. Billy, a pleasure. We would love to have you back.
Honors mine.
Glad
Honors
to
mine.
know that you're back in town, which it would hopefully only mean that you'd spend more time with us and on the show.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sure.
More topics, more farts, more burps.
Fuck yeah, I would. Yeah, I'd love that. I love that, but you know, I'm not gonna be a hog. But if you guys ever need a fill in again, 'cause I was supposed to be on 2 weeks from now, right?
Supposed to be 2 weeks from now. Yeah, next
And
week.
somebody, not to name
week
names,
is-
I don't know who the guy's name is, but fucked up.
Yeah, we.
Today was a good day.
Yeah, it was a.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just.
Next week is like an Anise and an Ah, if that still happens, and we'll get that.
Like
what?
an Anissa and
That's his nickname.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna talk about religion.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be our topic with someone who is religious, or was.
Was religious.
Was.
And I think now is just a normal person.
That's good.
Was it his choice for the topic?
No, we wanted to discuss religion. and
We
I'm
haven't done religion.
I got
Excellent.
a good guy for this.
Excellent.
Yeah, so that's gonna be.
So you think he's gonna be standoffish? What?
No. He's very, very personable. Loves to laugh. He's a good guy.
We'll see. Because I got a lot to say about religion.
I can make some notes for you.
Yeah, we're gonna. I'll take those notes. Thank you. I've got a plan.
Hey, you know what I'll do? I'll just send a really long text.
Yeah. But one sentence at a time, please.
Oh my God, you do that. You do fucking do that. That's fine. I mean, one long one's one thing, but just fucking the like 7 one-liners.
Oh my God.
Oh, wait. No. I didn't mean that. No, take that back. Can you call me?
Oh my God.
Sorry, is this weird? Yes. Okay.
So, anyway, special thanks to our guest, Billy. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Next Sunday, we're going to be discussing religion with our guest. It's going to be a good time. I want to say thank you to our sponsors.
Thank you to the guy mowing his lawn right now.
He's actually trimming my bushes. I don't know. I didn't pay for it, so it doesn't really matter.
Love that bush.
Love that bush.
Really don't. I'm a team player. Anyway.
Yeah.
Who am I to judge?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank Eagle Epoxy. Thank Genesee Beard Company. Thank the 8o'clockstop.com and our buddies there at the Hypothetically Speaking podcast. If you're not listening to them, you're missing out because they're fucking hilarious.
That's right.
They're friends of ours and they're really funny.
Download SoundCloud and listen, you sons of bitches.
Yes.
Sons of Bees.
Sons of Bees. We're currently we're working on our own website. That's something we got to get to.
Right. Every time I open my browser, it's just more porn, so it's hard to get away from.
Very difficult.
You guys got plenty of money off of the last episode now that you can just pay somebody.
That's right. We could.
All the money that we got from the last episode. So with that being said, Dan, anything?
Go fuck yourself.
Okay. Bill, anything? Beautiful.
Perfect.
With that being said, I want to thank everyone for joining us today. And listen, okay, I don't move for cats. Cats move for me.
That's right.
Thanks a lot.